Hey guys, I just wanted to stop really quickly and talk about this topic with the Baltimore riots. First of all, my prayers go out to anybody, any viewers who see this, who live in Baltimore. My prayers go out to you. I worry about you, I think about you, and I wish you all the best. In this really troubling time, I think that Baltimore really needs a lot of prayer and a lot of support. That being said, I'm not saying they need prayer and support because of the Baltimore riots, because believe it or not, I believe the Baltimore riots are justified. Now, let me backtrack. I do not personally support violence. I don't support violence, I don't support the riots. I don't endorse it, I don't condone it. However, I'll get to why I believe they're justified. First of all, white folks, white people, white folks, whatever you want to call yourselves, Caucasian, whatever. As Gazi would say, cave Becky's. I'm not going to be disrespectful like that because I actually love all races. I love all races, so I'm not going to be disrespectful like that. Not saying that Gazi is disrespectful, but I love his channel, but he says things that I wouldn't say. But I'm going to need you to shut your fucking mouth and listen. Everybody is entitled to an opinion. You can have your opinion, that's fine, but please, this type of situation is opening this topic up for an open dialogue. It's opening this up for a conversation. In order to have a conversation with people, you have to listen. Stop speaking facts that aren't really facts about a truth that you don't fucking live. Let me repeat that. Don't speak on shit that you know nothing about. Like, you don't know what it's like for these people in Baltimore, for these black individuals in Baltimore. You don't know what it's like, okay? I am so mentally exhausted. I've been talking about this subject all day with friends, family, people on Facebook. I'm mentally exhausted because it's exhausting. It's gotten to the point where I've logged off Facebook and I'm not logging back on maybe for a couple of days, maybe even a week, because I really don't want to deal with it. Because, like, I have people's true colors, their true intentions, and their true thoughts and feelings come out when things like this happen. I have had people that I have personally respected call the riots the rise of the Planet of the Apes, called the black people monkeys, and saying that most black people are criminals anyway, said the word nigger. I've heard them say, oh, well, while they're sitting there while they're peacefully, like the peaceful protesters, when I posted pictures about the peaceful protesters, we'll get there in a second, they said stuff like, oh, I pay for their 15 children. My taxes pay for their 15 kids and their welfare. And you know, shit like that is mind-boggling. I've deleted so many people. So many people that I've been friends with from high school. When I say friends, I mean like Facebook, social media friends. Social media friends from high school, social media people I knew in college, old co-workers. I've deleted them because the ignorant shit that's spewing out of their mouth. I've also deleted some black people too, because the ignorant shit spewed out of their mouth. However, but, you know, white people don't listen. You do not listen. You do not look at this message and open up your ears to hear what is being said. What you do instead is you try to rationalize and put down the oppressed to make yourselves feel better. I don't feel safe. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine what would happen to me and Johnny and my little child Nate were walking down the street right now. Well, it's not about you and Johnny and your little bastard Nate. It's not about them. It's about these people and how they feel. Did you know that these riots didn't just break out? The riots started peaceful. And did you know that while they were walking down the streets, hand in hand with their fellow brothers, with fellow white people too, here comes the white people from the crowds, the racists from the crowds, saying, niggers, the nigger deserved to die. He deserved to get his back broken. He deserved, you nigger lovers, you monkeys, you apes. Oh, CNN didn't cover that, did they? No, because all CNN wants to show is these black people have gone out of control. They've gone out of control, and to me, and what you really need to know is that the peaceful protests far outweigh the riots. There are thousands and thousands of people there peacefully protesting while there are only hundreds of rioters. And they're not giving them any shine. Once again, I don't support the rioters, but it's justified. You want to know why? Because we're living in a country right now where the statement is being made where an unarmed young black man can be killed by the people who are meant to protect us. Even a 12-year-old child, if you remember that, back in late 2014, a 12-year-old child was killed. Didn't even have a gun. Didn't have nothing. He was killed. And there's no consequences behind it. It's justified. However, I've been seeing videos lately where all these white people, I saw white people rush toward the officer with a gun. The officer literally backed up so fast, he tripped and fell on the ground. Didn't kill him. I saw a video of a man who, hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. I saw a video of a man who literally stabbed an officer in his protected bulletproof vest. Had he been a little bit to the left, had he been a little bit to the right, had he been up, that man would have been dead. That officer would have been dead. But he stabbed him in a protected area, to the officer's fortune, and they just took him down. No, they didn't think about pulling out their guns. They tased him. I've seen so many hundreds of videos like that dealing with white offenders and white criminals. But yet I've seen many more videos of black people, whether they were criminals or not, unarmed, instead of being taken down, instead of being manhandled, and everything being done to the full extent of the law before you go to your last resort, being shot and killed like rabid dogs. And nothing has happened. And all these white people will come out of the woodwork and claim that give all these reasons of why that killing was justified. It was justified because he shouldn't have been stealing from that store anyway. It was justified because he should have got down sooner, on his knees sooner. It was justified because cops are on the front line of a nightly war every day, and they make mistakes. So you know what? I'm going to say that the Baltimore rioters, that they're justified. They are justified in everything they do. They are justified in busting your fancy cars in their stores. I don't agree with, fucking up your own neighborhood, but you know what? I see the reasons behind it. Nothing belongs to us. Nothing belongs to us. Even if it's in your name, it doesn't belong to you if you're black. I'm sorry. It doesn't. And Ray Lewis... Queen, let me sit here and for you to sit here and be, you know what, I support your message, but bitch, get out the comforts of your fucking mansion, your gated community, or whatever fucking 4-star, 5-star hotel you were in, and go down to Baltimore and relay that message. Why don't you do that instead of sitting in your dark kitchen, sitting in your fucking kitchen, or your fucking room, wherever you were at, chastising black folks on how they're acting, telling them what they should be doing. You need to go down to Baltimore and help them protest them. But of course, the media is going to take this whole entire situation and they're going to twist it and turn it into everything they can. Because the black people who are rioting, they're thugs, they're criminals, they're gangsters. However, when the Kentucky game lost not so long ago, and the white people turned over cars and threw Molotov cocktails at the police officers, setting fires and beating up random people, they were just a rowdy crowd, troubled youth. Get into it. Get into it. The media knows exactly what it's doing. Hell, when a soccer game or a hockey game loses, you gotta damn near shut down the fucking 4 blocks around that stadium because everybody's fucking rioting. But you don't hear about that. When these black people are protesting because a young man was killed and there are no understandable, there's no rhyme or reason and no really legitimate answers behind the death. They're criminals, they're savage animals, they're monkeys. And I was talking to my homegirl earlier, and she kind of has a new black mentality. And that's fine, she can feel how she wants to feel. If you want to know about new black, that's a video from a whole nother video. You can Google what the new black mentality is to see what it is in reference to what I'm saying right now. But I'll make a whole nother video about that another time. I don't really have the energy to talk about new black people because I'm way fucking on them. Most of them are rich-ass celebrities who forgot where they came from. And she kept talking to, as we were talking, I agree with some of the things she said, but then she went on to say, they're making us look bad. They're making us look bad to white folks, and it's going to make us white people harder to trust us. Now, I have on the phone, I didn't really, read her for that or clock her for that, but I have an issue with what she said, because my thing is this: who gives a fuck about making white people feel comfortable? And I'm not racist. I have white friends. I love white people. I love people of all race. But I'm talking in the instance of who I have to get up to the table and say, yes, massa. No, massa. Yeah, I'm upset, massa, but I'm going to react the way that makes you feel comfortable, massa. No, absolutely not. And I don't think that's what she was saying, but it just really rubbed me the wrong way how she said it. And if she ever watches this video, girl, you know I love you, girl. But we can have different opinion. I'm just using you as an example. But still, I don't like that kind of mentality that we have to think about our actions so we don't look bad to them. Because looking back to them is going to affect all of us. Now, when Nat Turner did his rebellion in the slavery times, and he killed all the damn white masters, I'm sure there were other black individuals, other slaves, who said the same thing. Who said, you need to think about how we look to them, because it's going to come down horribly on all of us. Nat Turner did what he did to stop the execution of slaves and stop slavery. I don't see a difference right now. Once again, I don't agree with looting stores. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the violent tactics. I would be down there and be a peaceful protester. I would be down there helping. There are plenty of black people helping down there who are helping to clean up these stores. They're down there helping to rebuild these stores, but they're not covering any of that footage at all. Of course they're not. And this is the reason why I say the Baltimore riots are justified. Because, if you can sit there and justify the death of an unarmed man, then I can justify the riots. Nobody's dying. They're just tearing up stores. And that's another thing that really makes me sick. On the last note, because I gotta go, y'all. But another thing that really makes me sick. People are more torn up about a fucked up CVS or Subway than they are about the fact that a young man was killed by law enforcement without a good reason. Think about it. This is Big Zo, you guys. Food for thought. Please comment. Please like. Please share. Please subscribe if you're just now watching this. This is food for thought for you. Have a good day.